Yes, we are being recorded and broadcast, so keep that in mind when making comments. We are in the Slade Building, and this is the Board of Health meeting for September 10th already. Okay, so we have two minutes, one from July 23rd submitted, which we need to add to the minutes submitted by Liz. She wrote them.
Yes, Liz did these.
Right. So that needs to be put on the end of the minutes.
Oh, have her put it.
Yeah,
on the-
I'll write it in.
Okay.
I don't see any errors. Anybody else see any errors?
For the July 23rd one?
For July
Yes.
23rd, yeah. The only thing that will be added is that they were submitted by Liz. Any comments on that one? Make a motion that we approve them as written, with the words submitted by Liz at the end, it's official.
Second.
All in favor? We'll go on to, August 20th minutes.
Under number 3, just a clarification, there have been 2 cases of triple E. Just add in Worcester County,
Okay.
or in the state, I'm sorry, in the state,
In the state.
at that time, it won't. I just didn't want people to think that it was in public.
Right.
Add in. Written that in.
So how's the Patricia's discussion to ensure the library, the senior center, and Harveston Center School were aware of the rise? We discussed about creating a Senate paragraph to the respective parties to
Yeah,
ensure.
I would
Oh,
probably
you
do
put
that.
that, okay.
Yeah. We did post one on, HNV and triple E, I mean, not HNV,
West-
WNV.
West, yeah.
West Nile virus and triple E.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So that one got posted.
I saw that one.
But this one probably should be, because I just ran across somebody the other day who asked me about getting the diphtheria booster and the tetanus booster, and I said, well, when was the last time you had your tetanus? 14 years ago. I said,
Yeah.
so maybe it's a good idea to
Yeah.
put a note out. So, yeah, I don't see anything.
No.
Looks good.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from August 20th with item 3, the first line, there have been 2 cases of EEE in the state. That's the only correction, addition, if you will. Do I hear a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, approved. Next, we have COVID-19 flu maiden update. Judy?
I haven't seen any flu, but I have seen 3 COVIDs come through. So, for the last month. So, one just came through this week. So, it's very, very low numbers, but we're all coming indoors now, so we'll have to watch it, see where it all goes.
Mhm.
And for Maven, I have to set a day aside and, because there've been some changes on color and there've been some changes on the MIIS. So, I just need to get in there and play with it and see what all has been changed and updated. And as for the flu, I have a telephone call that came to me asking if the senior housing, if we could set up a flu clinic for them. We've done that in the past where we actually took the flu clinic down there. And so I tried to get a hold of my contact at Community Health and
Mhm.
discovered she's now working on a different project altogether. So she still works for Community Health, but she's working on a different project. So I'm gonna make a trip down and talk to them face to face and see if I can get it set up for us, for at least that. But it's up to you guys where you wanna go with the flu vaccine clinic this year.
I think for the seniors, that's a good idea.
Yep. I'll have to talk to Claudia and see what
Yeah.
she usually hires a pharmacy to come in for the seniors.
Right.
But this was a special request to bring it down for those that have wheelchairs and walkers. It's easier to bring it down to them.
Correct. Now, for the flu vaccine, what kind of cost are we looking at?
Well, if it comes through Community Health Center, it probably wouldn't cost us anything.
Okay, that's what I assumed, but
Yeah.
we needed to say that out loud.
Yeah. I do know that Montechusett is offering both COVID and flu. In Royalston, I told them about what was happened to us last year, where basically they came in and they ran it from beginning to end.
Right.
So, but Royalston has always had volunteers come in and help to register,
Right.
and they've always had the pharmacy in Athol, and they have a very good relationship with the pharmacy in Athol,
Right.
and they didn't want to lose that, so Phil Ledger stepped in, and so they will bring COVID vaccine to their clinic, and then they will run their flu side of it with all volunteers.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's worked for them in the past, and they didn't want to
Change it.
change it.
So you're gonna follow up with the senior center
Yeah, I'll
And
follow
then-
up with the senior center.
and then through Nancy, let all of us know
Yeah.
where we stand and
Mhm.
what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
in
And the
the
best time
next-
for a flu clinic anyway is late October, beginning of November, so
Yes, because then it carries through the
carries
winter.
through the winter.
Right. So we have a little time yet for
Yep.
preparations. Okay. Can I ask how many hours you're spending a week on Hubbardston COVID flu Maven information?
Not much. I check on it a couple times a week,
And
so it's not much at all.
Like an hour,
A couple hours at tops at most.
2 hours at tops.
Yeah.
Okay.
if I have to track down information or something like that, that's where that takes up a little time.
Okay, just.
And currently, of course, you're the only one to have access to the system based on the current rules in the state, right?
Well, you can have two. And Sandy Knight, who had done it before, had stepped forward and said that, you know, she would be my backup. But, that's where we stand on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next, perk reports, Madison Way. It's part of condos. It was done August 16th. It passes.
That would be perky. That's a huge system down there.
Because I called because it was just labeled Madison Way.
Yeah.
And I know there's different.
It's like this.
Right, but she says it's one system.
Yeah, it is all one system.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's huge. And there were all kinds of flavors.
Okay, so some of these things, there's not a whole lot on. No, as that's going around, we also have the next one, 8 Laurel Lane. Will pass if the D box is replaced.
Yeah, it was. That's the,
So that was,
it conditionally passed August 21st. And this is the permit.
Yeah.
And then this is the certificate of compliance.
and then Phil looked at every correct. Okay.
They don't have a D box in the, Madison Way, is that the idea? It says no D box.
Correct, cause it's a
Okay.
multi-unit system,
Multi-unit, okay. Okay,
which is a whole different design.
got it.
Yeah, and it sits right on the pond too. So when they designed it, they ended up putting housing here, system here. And it's kind of crazy.
All right, so I'm
Did
passing.
you sign that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm awake tonight. Very sleepy earlier in the
Did
day.
you do the application?
Oh, wait, application.
Right,
Nope.
kind of in between, yeah, somewhere in there. That's the first page, so it's like 3 pages.
Yeah, I got 2 out of 3. Right. Okay. This shows you the full thing. The top is the receipt, for 8 Laurel Lane of the, permit for the repair. The first full sheet is already showing the completions of the,
Compliance.
the repair is completed and Phil looked at it, he signs it, and, we had some issues in the past, so I have asked that I also sign off on the certificate of completions, so I just signed it because we just got it. The next page is the actual application for the repair, which is a 3-page form. And then you get to the Title V that says replace the D-box
Kind of bad.
on the title. It's okay. But you always have the most current thing on top.
Right.
So that's why you see what you see. And then there's the Title V. There's also a photograph that shows the D-box should be replaced and everything. And, I don't think
No picture. Oh, Judy.
did I write this one? No, I didn't. The last one is 75 Ferry Road in Title V, which passed. Excuse me. I do like when he marks out things he's not checking. He puts a slash.
Who?
Jake. American Sewage
Oh,
and
that's
Septic.
Ron. Yeah.
Because this whole Title V form is, a state form. And then depending on the various features that the home has, like, is there a grease trap? No. And so then it's nice when the inspector puts a slash through that they, to acknowledge that one thing or another. Or if they have an elevated system and have to have a pump chamber. So there's various ways septic systems can be built. So this is to cover, of course, Title V is to cover all those situations. Pass that around. And you'll note that I'm signing off that we reviewed it at such and such meeting. And that way, we have a record of did we see this before or not? In case minutes get lost or hard to pull up. And we've gone through records that things that happened between 2020 and 2022, and there's been things that have been missed,
And
right?
Still finding.
Yeah, we're still finding a few of those, so by saying that we've reviewed it, or if she finds something that had not been reviewed, we can bring it to a meeting and, as if it was posthumously reviewed, go back over it. Still going around. We will wait one more minute. I am trying to be speedy. I signed all 3 cards on that one, okay. The next thing that we review is water tests and well completions. And the first one is Cushman Pond. And they have water tests from August 28th. That will probably be their last one because I think it closes Labor Day for swimming, so. And did have 6 parts per million of E. coli in a big area that's still okay. If you saw that in your own well, you might wanna make sure that you took a good test at your faucet, not that it was in error or something like that. If it starts getting much more than 8 parts per million, we'll have them retest.
This is a young system.
So,
It's only 4 years old.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah. Should pass.
that's coming around. We have 25 Lombard Road, a well completion report and first water test, so
Those are
that's new
here.
construction.
Yeah, these are both here.
All right.
And that's the whole folder. For my
Um,
voice.
Well, we've reviewed all the other items, so I'm just gonna
Correct.
hold the folder right there.
Okay.
First water test. Skillings was bigger, well bigger, that's good. Huh. Okay. Coliform and E. coli, at this new construction on 25 Lombard, it's excellent. And they also tested for all kinds of organic chemicals as well in this particular case. Because I guess they wanted to do that. They went through them all. It almost looks like the landfill water testing results with 1,000 things in it. But they're all normal, so that's wonderful. And then the well completion, I'll keep them together here.
And the usual iron. That's normal too.
Manganese was low, potassium was low. I'll start passing it around. Somebody can check for the iron level, I missed it.
It's got a green check and 0.082 milligrams per liter, so.
For the iron,
Mm,
and what's the normal limit on the right?
it looks like 0.3.
So it's
We're
good.
well below.
Now you got good water.
Yeah, I have good one like you.
Congratulations.
Well, good, cause they're my neighbors up the street, so maybe my water is perfect like that. I'll have to check.
Okay, where's the well permit? Did I sign it? Is there a well permit for me to sign?
No, that's just saying that the well's been done.
Did they get the permit?
It's probably in the folder.
Oh,
That, those
Would
are
you-
just
yeah.
the,
Did I sign on a well permit?
I'm sure it's
I paid for one. There it is.
Yep.
I did,
Yep.
okay, back in May.
Yep.
And so then they had.
I should've just looked here.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you that then.
Well, do you want to pass
Oh,
this
sure.
around with the other?
Yeah, this just shows what the well diggers submitted. The well permit was issued in May and the well was dug recently. So we in Hubbardston asked for a second water test, not just the first one when the well point is put in, at the well. And that's in the house from a sink in the house once there's construction's been made. So it's at least a month later. Sometimes it's much, much later than that.
At closing.
Give me the water test before we close, cause we insist that before we sign off on, the building completion, that they have that second water test. And then they can't close on the house till they have that, so, on new construction. In my mind, it's a big safety feature to protect
No,
the
that one's
new
up there.
landowner.
Yeah, so that's the,
This is the Lombard.
okay, yeah, yeah.
So that's what that is, showing what the well dig
Oh, sorry, I
is.
thought you were handing it to me.
I'm ready, yeah.
Nice to see little green check marks.
Two
Good
pieces
for them.
going around for this.
You signed this.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much for being awake. And I try and sign off on everything that goes around
Okay.
as that it was reviewed, so that we're acting as backup vision on everything that's been done. And that it was brought to a meeting, which is not just our guidelines, but is also a state guideline, in general for Title V's and things that engineering plans, they definitely have to be, so we just try and do whatever it is that we see goes through. Okay, the next one is, Peaceful Acres Campground. I went and did their inspection. Is that Wednesday before Labor Day weekend? Yeah, and asked her to send us in.
Okay, she mentioned that in her email.
Okay, and, so the campgrounds all got inspected this year. Last year I was sick a lot more than this year. I'm still having issues this year with my health, but, I did get all the campgrounds inspected this year, so. Last year, the ones that we didn't, when they applied, we gave them credit. They didn't have to pay for another inspection. We gave them credit because they didn't get inspected and had paid the fee last year, so that's how we compensate for things that didn't get done. We don't charge somebody for something that didn't happen,
Right.
which I think is only fair.
These Peaceful Acres campground.
So it's, you go up Mount Jeff and turn left onto,
Flag.
Flag Road.
Okay.
Go all the way to the end, and the last thing there is Carol's farm and campground that is for tents, pop-ups and RVs.
Okay.
And she has a dining hall, which she didn't even use this year, but I did inspect it and it passed. It was still perfectly clean. And she has an indoor swimming pool, full-size swimming pool. So in the summer months, if you wanna go swimming, you can go out, contact Carol and Curtis, right? Carol Curtis, and, make arrangements to have a swim party there or whatever. It's solar heated in the summer.
No kidding.
And, they have all the testing done for that and everything too, so, yeah. Right, just keep on going out to the end of Flag Road and you can't, it's the last thing.
Oh, wow.
Comes, semi-dirt, for her, she has, beef animals. Then she has her home and then she has the campground furthest in, it's nice field areas and, the two buildings. permits to be voted on, Sawyer's Farm, which is a blueberry farm. Good, they submitted it for, their temporary food permit, great. She makes, blueberry quick breads and stuff in the past. They live in, is it Royalston? Yes, they live in Royalston, so she actually has her, kitchen license from Royalston. Usually I stop by and just say hi or pick blueberries there, but I had enough on my own blueberry bushes this
Mhm.
year, I didn't even go over.
Cause they were over on Root Road,
Oh,
the
okay.
farm,
Okay.
Sawyer's Farm.
As the
for
crow
blueberries.
flies from my farm to their farm is a mile, straight through the air, but, you know, it's a little more to get over there, so. And, as a member on this permit, I'm the chair, so I sign there, it expires December 31st, and then you each sign the permit. So you have a little power, and there it is, you get to sign your name. The second one coming around for permits to be, and you should look it through, but your signature in our meetings, we don't officially approve each one, your signature is your approval of the permit, okay?
So where's this Dave Richard? Where is he from?
The installer, he's in Gardner, Smith Street, Gardner. Excavators. Here's that one coming around to sign. And next,
So what was that, Dave's, okay, so this is the Lions Club.
next one is the Lions Club. So they are, probably gonna have something at the Halloween activities, right?
Well, they're gonna have something this weekend.
And this weekend at the town, field day.
Field day, yes.
Dan's got license,
I think you
Sam.
gave everybody's.
Good, that's what I need to see. Oh, Rich has it now. Sorry, I know
No,
Rich Clapham.
that's-
And Chris has his, okay. Chris Carter. Nancy Rogan and Sam, okay. If the Lions Club was just doing the, field day, we would do a one-day permit. But they'll probably have their food truck at the Halloween activities. In the previous years, they give away free cider and donuts and stuff. So we went with the temporary, cause it's,
No hot dogs this year?
I'm sorry,
No hot dogs?
The police department does the hot dogs.
Yeah.
and I act as their sponsor and do their inspection on behalf of, cause we don't charge the police department for giving out free hot dogs, which they get from John at Rieta Ranch.
Okay.
So it's a community thing, and
It's a good thing.
yeah,
It is.
and they have, you know, they have
The DJ.
the DJ, and they put out some hay or straw with finger candy, wrapped candies for the little kids to hunt, and so on and so forth, and whatever the Halloween day is. Sometimes it's the 31st and sometimes it's not.
No, it's usually on the
It
31st.
usually is
Yeah.
for the town, unless they're predicting a downpour.
Or a snowstorm.
Or a
Yeah.
snowstorm,
Which
like
has
we had,
happened.
Yeah.
what year did we have the
Oh,
snow?
goodness, that wasn't
2013?
wasn't
14?
too long ago.
Yeah, snow on Halloween weekend.
Mhm.
was a
Oh,
big
no, it was
storm.
during
I
COVID.
think it was
that, yeah.
2013.
It
I
wasn't-
take it back,
it
it wasn't
wasn't too
during
long
COVID,
ago.
I'm thinking we had my grandkids wearing costumes.
But you're thinking, it did happen
It happened
prior.
twice.
Yeah.
Since I lived in Hubbardston and I moved here.
Was it was 2011.
The first year I was here? No.
I think so. I remember I was just about to have my daughter and I said, what is happening out here? What is going on?
Yeah.
Don't come here.
Yeah, it was during, so it was the fall of 2020 we had it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could
Because
have been.
my grandkids were all, they were in had big costumes. They did come to the farm. Because of COVID, they didn't wanna give it to my husband or myself. So it warmed up enough, we could have a picnic lunch on the back porch, and everybody went home early. And this is two daughters and grandkids coming from New Hampshire and Plymouth, a couple-hour drive each way. Spent
Wow.
part of the day, fortunately it was sunny,
Mhm.
but, you know, they were playing and they went sleigh riding in their Halloween costumes. Yeah.
That's New England.
Yeah. All right. So that's my story for tonight. The last one is, permit is, vacuum equipment, a septic installer. Great.
And he had one in 2023.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But he also included all the vital information, like the workers' comp and the certificate of liability insurance. That's great. I also serve as Secretary of the Agricultural Commission. Something's being passed on to me for that. Okay. We have, septic engineering, we have 4 Brigham Street.
41.
41, excuse me.
That's my bedtime reminder. Sorry, wind down, it says.
It's very early here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm an early bird when I
Good for
work.
you.
Application
Good for you.
for the review I
Yeah, 'cause you
have.
gotta get up at
So I'm just
5.
waiting and
Yes, I try
Okay.
to
I
wind
did
down.
email Phil and
Yeah,
so,
okay.
okay.
All right, so we got a check for 41 on the review
Correct.
that Phil has done on some new septic plans. Here's
Well, those are a change from this previous one. That's why I kept it clipped together.
Right.
See new plans being sent with changes.
That was-
So you reviewed those back there.
Yeah,
So this is a new set of plans.
this is a new set of plans.
This is 41 Brigham.
Yeah.
Correct. Do you wanna keep a copy and let them share one? Do you wanna get this one?
This is a new mini version of it.
Correct.
What were the
And
changes
it's a
that were
repair.
asked? What were the changes?
This was
I'm
on
not
Templeton
quite
Road?
sure.
We looked at this last time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
And this is
here.
this is a repair.
Oh, this
Right.
is the 41 Brigham Street.
oh goodness, can I see the difference?
You can take those apart.
Yeah, I know, I just don't wanna lose that, his signature.
Yeah.
So yeah, where's the older one? The previous
Yeah.
version?
That's what I'm pulling out right now.
Let's just make, the number 1 or something on this.
Plan number 1.
So that's,
There's the old one.
that's the old one.
Oh,
You want to make that number 1, just make the number 1 on that one too, Kathy.
I did here.
I know, but that one too.
This is number 2.
Oh, that's the second one? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Any changes gonna be nice.
Here, I'll tell you what.
This here.
Let's look at them together, Diane. And let's see if we can see the difference. Oh my goodness.
So this whole thing is gonna be
So this is
with
the
the
new,
commission?
that's the old.
That's right.
There's a pump, this is the septic, we pumped and backfilled.
Existing. Did. System profile.
Alright, so the footage has changed in here.
Ah. Has it? 38? 38?
I'm not seeing the changes.
I think it's flipped.
886.
Is that, I was looking at that, is that, yeah,
Right in here.
yeah, is that because it's flipped? It's like 98 here.
896.
It's the same, it's just the way they printed it, it's flipped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if some footage had
Yeah,
changed.
yeah. But, to your point though, that 88, 86, see how this is flipped?
I'm just
the
looking
right
at
number?
technical
Yeah.
notes, if there's any change in the technical notes here.
So that's basically it.
Yeah.
The map itself is just
You read
some
that
technical
all
This is the
changes.
old one, right?
Yeah.
Still trying to see what's different.
Okay.
Well, Kathy, he circled here.
Where the dwelling is? Or where the, benchmark.
That's interesting, why did you just still keep the same date if they're gonna change the, okay, this date is different, 5/7.
But I think that is the new one. That little one is for the new one.
Right. I
Yes,
don't
that is.
see
I
that
mean,
as being any different.
design-wise, it's the same.
Reserve area, depth 350, 15, 21, 22.
I need these notes down at the bottom. And that.
Mm-hmm. So over
How many
here,
pounds
yeah,
are-
you still have 1,500, this one had 1,000.
Is that the,
Yeah,
okay, so that's the difference.
what's the difference here?
Wait a minute, where, you found
Well,
it?
it's a 1,500 gallon, they changed it to a 1,500 gallon tank. They had 1,000 gallon in it before, so they
Yeah.
changed it to a 1,500 gallon tank.
On the new one, it went, no, the old one says 1,500.
No, the old one says 1,000.
Because the new one is the one with the date 8/26/24, right?
Yeah, and the old one is 5/17. So that's 1,500 gallons.
Well, at least for the,
15.
Right here.
Thousand,
oh yeah,
thousand.
look at this,
Yeah.
actually open this up, maybe not.
The tank system,
Oh, no,
500,000, 1,500.
no,
It's a two-tank system.
no, it's the same as 2-tank system.
It's a two-tank system.
You're looking at this one
So these are the same.
Yeah, I don't see a
here. Yeah, I
difference.
don't see a difference here.
So, I guess,
But Nancy, you said that he circled
On,
something.
on that.
Maybe you can-
That's the little, a
That's-
little plan of the, I believe that's the new one. See it, make sure the date is correct.
Yep, that is correct.
Yeah.
So we
Right here,
circle that.
benchmark.
well, I honestly don't see any changes.
Nothing in the change of design. This is a big system for a little house.
And it is a little house.
they're gonna be moving, let's see.
Okay, the buoyancy calculations are on the new plan and are not listed on the old plan. This right
Oh,
here,
okay,
this right here, in the,
Yes.
where you're,
Buoyancy calculation?
yeah,
Yes.
that
This
is,
wasn't here,
and it's not on the old one.
and they have the pump chamber information as well.
Right, so that's more complete, that's the change.
Okay.
Found it.
Okay, got it.
So it's more complete, which is good.
This is old.
That's all. We can tell by the dates anyway. and
There's
these-
signatures.
That's the old, this is the new.
Yep, and so
New.
So
it looks
there
good,
should be one more old one. This is it.
Right.
and that's gotta go back.
That's the note.
Yep. Oh, yes.
I like the little
Very important.
detective work.
Okay, so the difference is they gave all the details of the double tank system that they had to put in for that location.
Specifications.
All right,
So those are the three new ones.
yep,
Okay.
here's,
And that goes with that.
yep. I gotta sign again. Okay, what's next on the agenda while I'm signing things?
New Templeton Road.
Oh, okay.
Plans and inspection reports and all that. If you move forward, copies of them. Have a problem with the gardeners, city garden. I just need to know what they're looking for.
Okay, so what are
We can bring water jugs with us if we want to.
Oh, yes.
To the meeting, okay, if we get dry.
And
Okay.
snacks necessary if you hadn't had dinner and
Got it, okay.
It's okay. A full course,
In
4-course
garden?
dinner,
Yeah.
probably not a good
We
idea.
just had, we had an
Yeah,
inspection.
drinks and all the
We had
rest.
some work done at the church. So we're looking for construction final affidavit.
Okay, the next
Occupancy.
item
That's
will
what I
be
just
New
wanted to know.
Templeton Road, public hearing for wetlands.
Would be mine.
Sorry, is that a no construction?
Okay,
It's just more for general knowledge.
okay. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, we're
I'm
asking for.
speaking about the new,
New Templeton
the
Road.
last one, New Templeton Road.
Oh, yes.
Is that,
That's separate.
okay, there you are.
One more.
So this is, oh, this was the one with the wetlands.
This is the one that we
And
asked,
so I asked Trish today, and that was her answer there.
okay.
That's just updating us.
There is a public hearing scheduled for September 17th at 7 p.m. The state has provided Hubbardston with recommendations, and any building permits for the property will be on hold till the determination of both the state and Hubbardston Concom. This was a site that had wetlands,
That's a no construction, I really read.
Yeah.
Correct.
and it was going to come very close, all the septic stuff. And we asked Concom, because they review all wetlands as issues, and so the 17th is a hearing at 7 p.m.
Where?
The,
At the conservation.
Oh,
Committee.
during the committee?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got it now, yeah.
and,
So that's just to update you guys.
yeah, it's
just-
lot 2-29 for New Templeton Road, and this is just an update.
So in that meeting, would they have state rep as well? I mean, what I mean is from the.
In May,
Okay.
I'm not sure what they will, cause they were gonna do, I don't know if they've done the site walk yet.
She didn't say.
Right.
So typically, the Concom's members will go out and do an actual site walk of the area in question. And,
To get an idea of what they're
yeah,
dealing with.
Right.
yeah. Okay. So if you wanna listen in or pull that up on, public TV of meetings, you can
Yeah, because
listen.
it's live, right, one day, the bird.
Sometimes they're
broadcast.
live and sometimes they're recorded and then posted, put up the next day. Okay, old business, as I previously said, I've been to Peaceful Acres Campground, and I still have, more residential inspections to complete this fall. 133 Old Westminster Road, I had a question, about the fact that they had a 4-bedroom house, and they had a 1,000 gallon septic tank, we asked Phil about it, he's our sanitarian, and, he responded that, a 1,000 gallon tank, because it's already been there for a number of years without issues, that's okay. If they have to change the tank, they will have to upgrade it in size. If they had, but the existing tank was previously approved many years ago, and so they just, since it's not having an issue, they allow it to continue to
Okay.
exist until such time as it has to be replaced.
Right.
Phil responded. And I'm just writing on the Title V, cause I had, Phil responded in email that tank size is okay. Just gonna keep it real simple. Alright, that's that. Oops, that's my one. Mosquito-borne illness message.
So this was already done.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's already
okay,
up.
but- Okay, so we
So-
don't have to do that.
The mosquito-borne illness message, we had composed one, or Judy did, and then it's went out as an e-blast to the town via emails.
Yeah, I sent the original one, it's short, thinking that it needed to be short, cause I wasn't sure how many words we could put out on the website. And and I sent it to Nathan and I sent it to Melody, cause I'm not sure who's doing the website anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Melody is a really.
But I got a response back from Nathan, and they had edited it, put it in more of a paragraph form, I mean, but it was all the same message.
Yeah, and it was
So-
great, and it went out,
Yep.
and so that's
And I
how.
looked at the maps today, and, the towns that had been turned to moderate last time we looked at it, like, just south of Worcester, Middlesex County, Plymouth County, they're going up into high risk at this present time.
Right, but it's still
Yeah.
the same here.
Yeah,
We
we're still
haven't
low
changed.
risk. The Triple E is a little bit closer, because it's coming in from the west and coming down from Vermont and New Hampshire areas, so it's coming down towards us, while West Nile virus is coming up towards us.
Oh, boy.
But we're still in low risk for the moment, that's why everybody needs to really pay attention, especially if they have to go out at the early dusk.
And the good news is we're having a dry spell,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so there's
And if
less
they have any
puddles,
standing water in their,
much less standing water around.
walk around your
Right.
raw property, and if there's any standing water, dump it.
Yeah, I see it. I see
Repair
it
your,
posted.
yeah.
If you have rain barrels, get those little, round things, you can get them at Tractor Supply, Walmart, anywhere that say, you stick it in water and it dispenses and prevents mosquitoes, so if you have rain barrels, go to your local Agway.
Tractor Supply.
Just Tractor Supply, any of those places, and they usually come in like a 6-pack, and you take one of those little round discs and you throw it in your rain barrel, that way you won't get mosquitoes building up in rain barrels too.
Patch the screens, wear repellent, check for standing water.
Alright, Right.
And this one should have been under new business,
Right.
not old.
Right, the next
That
one
was
is
my
new
mistake.
business, it's Help See Textile Bins.
Yeah, so this, resident came in, stopped in on August 29th, and asked if we could get some of these bins, so this is some of the motion. I had never heard of Hillsy.
This is a new one I have not heard of, but the state is encouraging such things.
Oh, does it recycle textiles?
It just textiles.
Put textiles in your recycling. Don't put it in your trash, put it in your recycling.
Oh, can we recycling? I didn't
Yes.
think so.
Republic's taking them? Do
Pardon?
you, which company do you use?
In public. But the law is that they don't want,
No.
they want the clothes and things like that not to go into,
The landfills anymore?
they want it to go into recycling.
Right, but it's not,
But I
Uh,
didn't think you could.
E.L.
put it in
Harvey
the-
doesn't accept clothes in their
No.
recycling.
No, or any
They
kind
don't.
of textiles or anything.
Yeah, library is the toughest one out here.
I don't know about Republic, I only know about the company I deal with.
I toss it in, any left clothes that I can't donate,
In the recycling bin
In
for
the recycling
Republic?
But I
bin.
think that's what this is for.
That's what this is for, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately what happened is, for some companies, they would take it, but then they still have to sort it. And
well,
ultimately,
they have to
who-
sort everything.
Who knows what happened to it, right, if they're gonna
Yeah.
end up putting it
Well, everything gets mixed together in the recycling bin anyway.
Um,
So this is a proposal for the town
So
to
they
have this?
Just a resident came in and asked if the Board of Health could look into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
we should. Looks
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely.
I mean, wasn't it a project of actually Nate was talking about to streamline different options for trash?
Yes.
Would that maybe something we can kind of like tag along with?
This is,
That would be a separate.
that would be a
thing.
separate
thing.
trash. He was talking about sharing trash, I need one trash hauler
Right.
amongst
Amongst a lot.
several towns.
Right, okay.
That's a separate project. This looks like it's already been sponsored and we'll put it into your town for free. And they'll be
There's one at the
responsible.
senior center in Gardner.
Oh, I see.
And this organization, based, if you look, the way I read it quickly, is that they are funded and they will come and empty it. Now, I would like to suggest that we put it down near our old recycling center driveway, if they will, that's on 68, near the DPW.
Except the issue that there's a time, they close the gate, right? You can't
No,
go-
be outside.
Be outside.
Be outside, accessible from Route 68.
Would we need to speak with Travis about that?
Yeah, well, we need the whole town to kind of say yes, but that people who've been here a long time know where the old recycling center was. And so this would be a good thing to put near it,
I'll have to find out
without blocking
what
the,
company the senior center in Gardner is working with, because they have a bin in their parking lot. And any clothes that you don't want to donate, but our textiles can go in that bin, and the senior center actually gets 7 cents a pound.
okay.
I think there was a
Is there-
cost associated with that to not, like you got,
Reimbursement.
Reimbursement.
Yes.
through that.
So,
I would just hope something like that wouldn't become unsightly. And
Right,
people would
people
dump
just dump stuff.
inadvertent things
Yeah.
to it,
Mhm.
like
Right,
they can do,
right.
toys and all
Or if
kinds
it's
of.
get
Or try to
filled
fit a
up,
couch
just
in
put it
there.
on the floor, yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
Instead of leaving it
I
on the
think
side of the
by
road.
having it
So
at that
if it's
particular
like the one
location
in
where
there in
the
Gardner,
DPW
it's
just
pretty
can
tight.
Yeah.
look at it periodically and say, hey, you know,
We need to pick
these
up.
guys need to be called, it's full, or whatever.
But I noticed here, this says they pay the town royalties. In what sense that, how does that work? I mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure we're
know.
all learning, so yeah, I'm
Who
curious,
knows?
yeah.
That's part of one of the questions we should ask.
Right.
I'm gonna look it up. Nope.
Yeah, like you said, Gardner Senior Center gets 7 cents a pound.
That would be great.
Yeah. So what we can't sell at the thrift store at our church, we pack, like, sometimes clothes come through and they're stained or they smell like smoke or something like that. We won't accept that. So that's, they can go into this bin and then the benefit goes to the senior
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea.
Yeah. I
I'm in
think-
favor.
Yeah, I'm in favor in investigating it further. If you can send a letter or email to the group, Nancy.
To this
Helpsy, yes.
Okay.
That we're interested. We need more details about how they run the program. How often do they pick up? And so on. If there is any monetary benefit to the town, to the Board of Health, to the Board of Health.
Right, oh, so I was gonna say,
Mhm.
that royalty, where's it gonna go?
To the Board of Health
Absolutely.
Recycling.
Yes, account.
We have a recycling account?
Right,
Yes.
right.
Specific to that. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, under unexpected subjects, I did not get typed up, but would like to discuss, proposed Board of Health budget for the remainder of the 2025, what do they call it?
Fiscal year?
Fiscal year, thank you. Brain just stopped working. There is, we paid out of our own revolving account for the first landfill cost, inspection cost. In the past, up until about 2 years ago, it was always a separate line item, in the general budget. They asked if we would cover the first bill, but I feel that it's taking away from our vaccine fund, which it did. The only monies that we have, we don't get a budget. We do get Nancy paid for through the town, her hours for the Board of Health. But as a board, we don't get any money other than what comes in from fees. And the only reason there's a balance in that, a positive balance, is because I do all the food inspections for free. That's the only money we have coming in. I feel for the current fiscal budget that we need the total amount of the landfill costs paid by the town, as they used to for the up until about 2 years ago. Somehow the line item disappeared off the annual meeting budget, and from general funds specifically for these things, and that be brought back in. So for this year, that total cost for 2 inspections is about $9,800, whatever it is, it is.
It's 10,000.
It's 10,000 this year, that's right, last year was 9,000, keeps going up. So I would like to have that as part of the 2025 fiscal budget, so that money is restored to our revolving account from the June bill, and able to pay for the second one. We have delayed now, we sent the letter out that delaying the fall testing, because we don't have the funds to pay it.
Mhm.
So, at some point, I think we need to bring that to the select board's attention. That's the first budget for this year. So then we have to think about, in October is when we need to submit the budget for fiscal year 2026. And at that point, one of the items is a part-time nurse to do Maven. So that Judy doesn't have to keep doing it on gratis. That was, she spoke last December when I couldn't go and presented it to the select board, and they were good but questioning where the funding would come from. So we need to figure out exactly, we were figuring at that point, I think 4 hours, up to 4 hours a week, and $45 an hour for an RN with experience. That would be reporting back to our board in person every month.
And it's per diem,
And it's per diem,
so,
yeah. No,
even though we put 16 hours a month,
it's
it
up
may-
to.
it's
It
up
could be
to.
less.
Could be 4 hours, could be 16.
And also you're also responsible for reporting out cases in town as well in that system, right?
Yeah, I would give it up and they would take it on.
Okay.
There's one meeting every other week, and it's virtual, and then just checking in or making sure and picking up on
So,
changes,
a
things like that.
minimum of 4 hours a month, but maybe more. Along with assisting in new, 2 areas, the senior center and then also new mothers with new babies, newborns that come, that are, need extra help in their home. Just follow-ups, that a lot of things don't exist in this current medical situation. So that would be an area we'd like to expand into,
Great.
to help moms that have newborn babies. So someone with some kind of experience in that as well. So, so that would be up to 16 hours a month at $45 an hour.
So this person would not be or be a member of the board?
They're not a member of the board, they're a contracted employee, per diem employee. The
Employed
Board of
by the
Health
board,
would
yeah.
hire them.
Right.
My term ends next June, so we need to hire a food inspector, a housing inspector, and someone who will handle complaints. I do all 3 of those things right now. And so that will need to be budgeted in the 2026.
So the pushback you would get from the town, right, would say, well, we have someone doing it.
I'm not gonna be on the board.
So yeah, and then they're gonna say, why can't we continue having someone doing it?
Because
Regardless if you're not gonna be on the board.
they
I'm
need-
just playing the
yeah.
devil's advocate.
Well, we need someone with the formal education to do those things.
Right.
It's not something, at this point in time, that I'm kind of grandfathered in with some of this, based on my experiences and what I've done for the board. Yes, the food inspection, I have all the qualifications to do those. But for 2026, we need to have, and I haven't figured out, we need to figure out between now and maybe the next meeting, at the end of this month, how many complaints we've gotten each year for the last couple of years, how many housing inspections we've had to go do, and additional meetings if necessary. And then the total number of food and campground inspections.
And hours spent doing those. Yeah, because definitely having the data to show, to prove
Right.
our case is gonna be crucial.
Yeah, and that's gonna have to be, now the food inspections are covered under their application, but housing and complaints, but that you're gonna have to hire somebody to do that and pay them to do the food inspections. So, where I'm
Like
trying
we
to.
do the sanitarian.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so I'm trying to anticipate what's gonna be needed next year
Right.
when I drop off the board.
Right. Continuity for the school, yeah.
Yeah. So food is, the food collection, inspection fees are paid by the applicants, so we should be covered there. But housing and complaints, and we could even go back 3 years possibly.
So that's June 2026.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to plan ahead so that you guys don't have to
No,
crash and burn last minute.
June 2025.
Oh, June 2025.
Yeah, for the 2026 fiscal year though.
Yeah.
Right.
My term ends the end of June next year,
Oh, okay.
at the last day of the month of June.
Right.
But it's for the fiscal 26 budget
Correct,
that this
correct.
has to be,
Correct.
which comes up in October, that I missed last year, didn't put anything in. So think about some of these thoughts about what we should be asking for.
Think we're gonna probably reach out to Mel to update the website to have the appropriate information of the current board membership, which is not up to date, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
well, we've changed
Yeah, so many people wanted like,
a lot of
I know.
people in
Can I
3
keep up?
months here,
Yeah.
So many folks are on this board, there was one
5.
other okay,
Liz,
So
she
this-
couldn't make it tonight.
so there's no other people.
No, that's it. I think it's locked now.
Yeah, we're all,
Okay.
you
Okay,
filled the
I didn't
last
know if there was
position.
others
No.
that were
No.
Just Liz.
other people.
Just Liz.
Come on, people.
Just
Yeah.
Liz and
Okay.
ourselves.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
5-member
Okay.
board, which means,
I'm saying that because I think it's important visually to understand continuity,
mhm.
right? To make sure that we have a plan.
Right.
If someone, yeah.
And, right,
Right.
and our terms all end at different times.
Right, exactly. Right,
Mm.
right.
As board members.
I'm sworn in for a year.
Correct.
They give me, yeah.
Yep, and
Yeah.
then the idea is next June for election, to serve a 3-year term, you would get 20 signatures saying you're running for the Board of Health.
Okay.
And then they put you on and
Got
you're
it.
on the election, and then people say, yes, we want someone, so here you are, check you off. And you're gonna be the same way.
Um,
You didn't,
No, I
no,
didn't, yeah.
you were elected.
Oh, yeah, I was
You were
elected.
elected.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
So you're stuck here till
Right.
2027.
Yep, I'm here to fulfill my duty.
Thank you. Yeah.
Uh,
Can't, I have to go back and see exactly when because I've been on 2 committees for a long time, the Ag Commission and the Board of Health. And I'm trying to think, what year did I actually join the Board of Health? Because the Ag Commission I joined way back in 2012, like right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to go back and actually think, because I served a year and then I did the 3-year.
And then 3-year and then 3 year.
So I think it's 10 years I've been on the board now.
I thought the same thing, 'cause I was
What
on
did
it.
the Eye Commission?
I was on
The
it
Ag-
12 years, and then I
Agricultural
went off.
Oh,
Commission.
Ag, I thought you said
Ag.
the Eye Commission.
No,
I didn't know what that
agricultural.
Have an ag commission in town.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
agricultural.
a
By the
bit
time I get
raspy, I
done.
didn't take any allergy medicine today.
I know the Lions
It'll
Club
be
does the eye
over.
glasses.
Oh, yeah, the
Maybe
Agricultural
there's some
Commission,
type of-
since
oh,
I'm a
gotcha.
farmer in town.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I want a flag on my gravestone.
Alright.
I think people with long-term,
Volunteerism.
well, yeah, service to the community is
Yeah.
that get a flag on their tombstone.
Or no, or actually,
On those
right on the
holidays,
front door.
You know, when all the veterans get a flag, I think the civil servants should get a flag too.
So,
Absolutely.
so I think those are the areas that we need to address. Some of them are for the current budget year,
Yeah.
to make us more solvent, and then the rest is for the fiscal 2026 year, planning ahead. Cause I've been chair of this for quite a while now, so,
And I'm
I'm
not
trying.
doing it.
and she's not going to do it, so.
Oh, what do you mean not doing it?
I'm not
Not
doing
going
the
to chair.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying.
My fingers in too many things right now.
Come on, you can
And I'm
do it.
coming off the board on the 2026.
2026.
Under, so
That's
that's
it-
that.
that's if you don't
Start
run
thinking
again.
about it,
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
we'll bring more numbers
Things to
next
think
time, I don't
about.
want to run the meeting too long. We got, okay, complaints, I did make,
you walked
two
into?
older complaints that were phone calls. Nancy, I did call and nobody picked up, so I did not leave messages, I'll try calling them again.
Okay.
There was a third complaint, that had a meeting with various people. A letter was sent to the person that had complained, and, that case is closed. There was a complaint about, a dumpster along that little business plaza with, rodent, bears and raccoons getting in the dumpster. That has been fixed. They put a coated padlocks on all the openings to the dumpster, and all of the vendors in the strip plaza over here know the code, so it looks good. Instead of getting a new type dumpster, they just put locks on everything, so that the animals can't get in there and cause and pull debris into other people's yards.
Right.
That's what was happening.
And who put the locks on it? The business?
The owner of the plaza,
Okay.
and so that's taken care of. All right, next is turnovers and warrants for, under finances.
That's just for your review, they've already gone through.
Okay, so we had, payments that have come in. And where they get divided up. And that looks good. I'll pass that around. Part of these, each of these, you'll see different account numbers with the same business that paid a fee. Part of it comes to cover septic costs to pay our sanitarian. Part of it comes to the septic, the Board of Health septic, and then a small portion also goes to the town's general fund. So some of these have 2 and 3 parts to them, and it took us a while to figure out that that was not being done.
What is the money go to the general fund?
20% of remaining free cash that,
Go to the
of a
general
fee,
fund.
that
Okay,
doesn't.
that's the town.
What is it?
25.
25, sorry.
Yeah, that's the town.
25%.
Alright, yeah, that's correct.
For her first year, we were going through a lot of financial
It's not fun.
stuff that was recorded incorrectly, put in the wrong accounts, and that's why some of our Board of Health revolving accounts and septic accounts are so low. And rather than, it's like milk spilled under a bridge, you know, milk spilled, once it's spilled, it's spilled. So trying to backtrack and get that money back and redo all the accounting has been impossible. It's like a wash. We're just starting at point X and going forward with everything correct. And that's why our accounts are not looking as positive as they should be. This all happened before you guys. What we've done is sorted out, know where the shortfalls were and what was put into such and such account. A couple of them were straightened out and monies were brought back into the septic account. But at this point, that's why you're gonna see different account numbers for the same company with the monies split.
Like you'll see the check written, the check number, it's the same check number for
Same
2
check.
line items,
Yes,
two
where it's
lines.
split up.
and it's split.
So we have to collect, to cover the sanitarian. 25% goes to the general fund of the remaining amount.
Mm-hmm. And 75% goes to the septic.
Yeah, so. Trying to say this as succinctly and
Yeah.
clearly as possible, and I'm probably confusing you.
Oh, no, you're not. So, and how often do you actually move to the general fund? How often do they?
So the payments go in, turnovers go in every,
Whenever I,
Oh, there's no set timeline that's required to be done?
no.
No.
usually,
I mean,
we
they-
try and do it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To follow through with the way we run board
Mhm.
meetings every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I mean, you don't wanna hold checks for too long.
Right,
you
that's what
know?
I, yeah.
Especially with accounts that are moving and activities that are moving. There's that one. So deposits are just what they show.
I just wanted, that's for the Templeton salvage.
Okay, we got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Attached to this one is, goes to our recycling, the full amount, from the, metals that we collected last spring. We used to have a more active recycling center and we shut it down during COVID. And then to restart some of the, like, used oil collections, all this, you now have to have, the state has come out with all these new standards. And we don't have, to comply would be very hard, so we've not redone those.
I was gonna ask about that, the hazardous waste collection.
You have to go to other towns,
I see.
like
Okay.
Gardner's, when they have open drop-offs, or Westminster.
Good to know.
Metal recycling pays, and, as soon as I got my act together after COVID and my husband dying, cause I've always recycled my entire life, we got the metal recycling going again, and, so we do it once in the spring and once in the fall, and October is coming up pretty quick, and I've had people sending me emails and calling me, when's the next metal recycling day? And I said, well, I haven't a specific date, but we'll do it in October, so we need
That's
to.
the other thing we need to think about.
Is, which Saturday, like 10 to 1.
Snowstorm day.
That we should do the metal recycling.
So it's gonna be a one-day event?
Yeah,
Okay.
twice a year,
It's half a day.
10 to 1, 3 hours, and
I need to
It's-
get on that.
yeah, it would, so look at your October calendar and let me know
No, it's packed.
on a Saturday too.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah, I have kids that play sports.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Okay.
the kids don't have to put up with you.
I know.
That
So
would
it
be
just
great.
takes, I usually get a couple other volunteers that used to help at the recycling center. And then it's very simple. You wear gloves, old shoes, old jeans, and you help the folks line up so that we can easily put the stuff in this huge
And
dumpster.
they pay a fee.
Nope,
No,
it's
no
free.
fee, it's free, oh.
What we do, which is here, is get whatever the current mixed metal price is, Templeton Salvage. When it's full, I call them, they come pick it up, and they send us a check.
So no weighing, there's no minimum, maximum?
Nope, it just has to be appropriate. If you bring a lawnmower, there can't be any gas or oil in it, you have to completely drain
Right.
it. If you bring a propane tank, the top has to be off, so it's fully empty.
Empty, yeah.
And, it's metal, any kind of metal.
Wow.
And that's what's attached to that, so that's the explanation on that.
Where do they do that, the recycling?
It's down, there's, the
Highway
recycling
department.
area is
Okay.
near the DPW.
Got it.
Yeah.
We have one little spot that's been
Oh,
the
yeah.
recycling area down there for a
I
long
might-
time.
I might be able to get some CERT volunteers for you.
Just need a couple
Two.
strong people.
Yep.
Oh wait, so you have a date already? Or you
No,
don't? You
no,
don't? Okay.
it's October.
It's
It's
October,
in
we're just-
October,
yeah,
that's as
yeah.
far as I've gotten, is, you know, before it gets too cold or snowy.
Right.
And so we need to pick a date. Alright.
Oh, I should get it.
I wrote it on those, on your paper.
And here's the last turnover.
Right,
See,
yeah, 709.
no, but this is,
So
Oh, okay.
turnover 4, 5, and 6, monies that were deposited.
but I was gonna leave it last because it said it's
Um, Okay,
Oh,
explaining things
But
well,
it
if not,
was,
ask questions.
sent to
Thank you.
us,
Oh.
and it is our money, so.
So, our next meeting will be Tuesday, September 24th at 7 PM here in the Slate Building. And we do need to put on there fiscal budget line on the agenda the next time, but fiscal year 25 and fiscal year 26. In other words, the current fiscal year and next year's fiscal year. So brainstorm what you can think about.
Okay, and I will not be at this meeting.
Okay. So one of the rest of us will have to take minutes. All right, anything else that you can think of for right now? Okay, and so we will adjourn the meeting at 7:33.
8.
8:33, excuse me, sorry.
okay.